Alright, we are now in the EdTech Coaches Playground. I'll show you around a little bit. And then we'll hit each station, I guess. Maybe we'll go in order here, even though I'm eager to get to friends that I see. But this is Station 1.
How many coaches are being back into the classroom? That's you.
Well, I'm the librarian and the coach from it.
Yeah.
So we're going to think about using our librarians as that on-site person. Is that idea?
Yes.
Philly, right?
I'm Philly, yes.
Station 1 we have
Hi!
Alissa DeVito
Mr.
talking
Ripley.
about
Hi,
coaches
Okay, I work
creating
in Cameron right now,
content.
but I live in south, west, and north. But very cool. It's fun to meet you. Really
Nice
good
to meet you. Thanks.
So you guys like actively for like hiring
Yeah.
ed coaches and things like that, or tech coaches?
So there may be one that just was built into a budget. So yes,
Okay.
check out crphs.org. Yep.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Good move. Hello.
Hi, what kind of content are you creating?
So really just looking at how do I share out my content really around EdTech tools, things that our schools have had subscriptions to, and balancing that on a regular schedule for the teachers in my building so that the content is approachable, they can expect it on a regular basis, and know that it is a trusted resource. I guess at the end of the day, what do we want as coaches is teachers to trust us. And like, because to admin, we're not quite a teacher, but not quite an admin. To teachers, we're not quite a teacher, we're not quite an admin. We're in this like middle buffer zone between the two, and getting that relationship to work both ways is tricky sometimes, depending upon kind of the leadership in the district or building or school that you work for, and the teacher community, and what value they place on either of those extremes. There's so many head nods to this one.
I just have one question. I'm
Yeah.
brand new as far as a coach. 25 years in the classroom. Literally got hired last week. So,
Congratulations.
and thank you. I missed the beginning part.
Yeah.
Is there any advice, like just general? Because I've been told, like, don't try to bite off too much.
Yeah.
That's been the biggest advice, because I've already asked so many questions to my team. Okay, I want to do this.
So do you have a team?
They're like, yeah.
Well,
They're like,
that's
stop.
good.
They're like,
Number
stop.
one.
You already earned a good spot. We love that. We love that already. I would say, if you can, whether it's focus groups or like my building has grade level meetings, getting a small amount of time and asking them like, what's the most annoying thing for EdTech for you? Like, what is your pain point? And when I had 43 buildings, that was what I focused on first, was like, what's that simple task that you just think is annoying or not productive? Do you have a unit? Is it teachers from the district I came from were always like, grammar is so...
Alright, we're going to move on. That's some good information there for someone who just left the classroom after 25 years to become a coach for the first time. Here we are at Station 2.
It almost becomes invisible, but you as a teacher very much know it is
Session topic over here.
So yeah, that's
Here we have
basically
Martin,
my
McGauran,
spiel.
talking about
These
digital
are some
citizenship.
Australian picture storybooks that I love using, but on the reading tab on these resources, there's lots more than those ones. Lots that are available on Amazon, and these are Amazon as well. What isn't on Amazon these days? But yes, and all the online in the junior school, what I found, there wasn't a lot of great stuff for like K1 and 2. So I went and made my own little video lessons, and they're all free on YouTube. So Ollie Online's that you can come and grab, and there's stickers. So please don't leave here without grabbing a bit of everything. Love to hear people's thoughts, questions. Yeah, come and grab anything. That would be great. Thank you. Welcome.
I'm not sure exactly what we were talking about there in terms of digital citizenship. I kind of came in at the end, but seems like some good information. Here we are at Station 3. Ways to connect with adult learners.
That's what I was going to say, because I think that resources for ways to kind of
change it up a little bit and look at what does the research say works for adult learners, and what can we do to make sure that what we're providing really hits those areas so that people are saying, hey, I want to learn, I want to do that. You know, like you don't want to be doing a PD. Who wants to do a PD as a coach and everybody's like staring at you miserable the whole time? Or they leave and they're like, that's a waste of my prep period. Like you want them to be excited to hang out with you and learn. So just some ideas on there underneath like all 5 areas of planning. Really finding your tribe is having that PLC group that can you lean on, who do you go to when you need help. Allowing teachers.
Yeah, there we go. Session 3. That's an important one. Connecting with adult learners. Here we have a good friend over here, Debbie Tannenbaum. Station 4.
You have no control over. I told the
Get ready to tech up your
Foreman,
math.
and Perry Foreman makes all the decisions. I don't. I am just doing Perry Foreman's work. What happens is, I'll show you on the back, you type in math facts, whatever math facts are at your level. I'll show you an example in a minute, and you just leave the answers blank. When you leave the answers blank, it's going to say, are you sure you want to go on, and just say yes. So what happens is the kids are partnered up. The kids whose name is on the top, I always say, stays put. The kids whose name is on the bottom moves next to them. In COVID times, they weren't allowed next to each other longer than 15 minutes, so that's how long I gave them. One kid is the artist. The artist draws how to solve the problem. The other kid is the detective. They write the answer. They call it the writer. I like the detective better. It switches back and forth, so it's not just one or the other. And so they have to really work together, and it's really fun to watch them go, oh, well, we have to make sure our answers match. Now, this is a first kindergarten example, but watch where we...
Again, that's Debbie Tannenbaum, good friend. We know each other from Teach Better Team, Admin Masterminds. Here we are at Station 5, Heather Brown, jazzing up with classroom and jazzing up with classroom and Canva. Love me some Canva.
Classroom Facebook page.
Let's see what's going on here.
Or you want to share things, you can go there. I share a lot of my templates there as well. If you are interested in getting a free Canva Classroom book, you can go to the Canva Classroom on Facebook, tell that you came to my presentation. I'm Heather Brown, just like color, and explain what you learned or your favorite part. Or if you're on Twitter, tag me at BrownieSaidBites. It's on the sticker. Hashtag the Canva Classroom, and you will be entered twice. So you can do one, the other, or be entered twice. So that's on this one. I'll go through this one.
Alright, talking about Canva in the classroom, Station 6. We have exit tickets and beyond. Michelle Hammond and Jennifer, looks like set singer.
Anything that you've done in the classroom or anything about what is a self-assessment? What does that mean to you? If you are self-assessing yourself, what are you doing? What do you know, right? Perfect. And so we do that all the time, and we have students do it all the time, but we don't really think about it. We don't use that data. We don't have the students. We don't make it like, it's kind of just subliminal, but we want to really be directive on our students and say, hey, we're going to use this data for you to self-assess what you know, what you need to know, and to set your goals, okay? So that's what we talk about, self-assessment, okay? And then the next one we're going to talk about is a data-informed classroom. We gather data all the time, right? What does some of that data look like? What are you gathering all the time? It comes from a what?
Benchmark.
A test, the benchmark.
Summative, informative.
Conversations, discussions, observations, right? We use data all the time. We collect data all the time, but we now want to take that data as a teacher and as a student and use that data to drive our mind.
That's a great conversation there too. Using data in the classroom, data informed, yeah. And here we have a main stage, Danae Acker, talking about this PD could have been an email, breaking all the rules of traditional PD. That's funny but true, right? And that is your EdTech Coaches Playground here at ISTE on a Monday afternoon here in 2020 from New Orleans. Let's see if we can get a little bit of an interview since no one's here. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Dan Krynas.
Excellent. How are you?
Martin, how do you say the last name?
McGauran.
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 And so we are talking about digital citizenship.
We are in the elementary classroom. I've come from Melbourne, Australia, and here to share how we can look at digital citizenship more broadly than just teaching it as a standalone lesson, and like literacy, looking at how our writing can embed it. So yeah, lots of different ways.
So in my district, I'll just admit, like, we kind of are at that point where it's sort of a one-off, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we came up with some decent digital citizenship lessons, but they're just that. They're digital citizenship lessons. How do we embed it more?
I think teachers looking at ways, we already teach reading and writing each and every day, hooking them in because it's a topic they love to read about, write about. So writing particularly, I'll give an example. In years 5 and 6, I did recently persuasive opinion writing unit, and the kids had to form an argument for or against, is social media good for society? And I've never seen more engaged kids. I've never seen more quality writing because they all had an opinion. They were all interested in the topic, and therefore what they came up with in their writing, without even sort of, the writing was secondary because they were so hooked on the idea, and the discussions we had in that journey to get to their finished piece of writing was all that digital citizenship. That wasn't me sitting them down and saying, hey, let's talk about social media, what we should and shouldn't do. I don't want to hear that. So yeah, just looking at a bit more creatively of things they're already doing and not having to carve out extra time, which no teacher has.
I'm kind of hearing, like, begin with the end in mind, right? There was a task for them to complete. It was engaging, like you said, they had good, strong opinions about the topic. And the digital citizenship just kind of was like just naturally embedded in it.
And at the end of it, if you'd ask the kids, did you do digital citizenship? They'd go, no, I don't think so. Right. But you as your teacher go, 100% we did. We had all those discussions about the pros and cons of social media, and I was able to correct some myths for them that they were discussing, and we were also able to hear both sides of an argument. So yeah, I think there's lots of opportunities where it just takes a bit of thought and a bit of, as you said, process and thinking through the planning. But I think it's a lot more effective than sitting kids down and going, today we're learning how to be safe online, because they roll their eyes and you lose them.
Embedded right into the content. Love it.
Thanks for dropping by.
That's the dream.
It is. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks. Good talk there. So that's the EdTech Coaches Playground.